The real estate market is going crazy in my neck of the woods. Let me tell you why. Okay. I've been a real estate investor since 2006. I've been in the moving business since 2000. So I know exactly when people move and when people put their houses for sale. In my neck of the woods, in the past month, which is the winter time. This is not the season to sell your home. Everyone's already in school. The time that the people list their homes is fall and summer, okay? That's the majority of time when people sell their homes. But what I'm seeing when I'm cycling around in my neck of the woods is that a lot of inventory is coming onto the market, okay? For example, in the summer, in spring, there was hardly any inventory in my neck of the woods, okay? But now in the winter, there's more inventory coming in like it's summer. So the winter is what I'm trying to say in my neck of the wood is becoming the summer for all the real estate houses being listed for sale. So this is a very, very good or bad sign depending who you are. It's a bad sign if you're a home seller because it's showing you that the panic's starting to happen, okay? That people are starting to list their home in the winter time when there's really very low amount of buyers in the market because most buyers are in the summer and spring when they're looking to move, okay? So this is one of the inverse. Now, the good sign is if you're a real estate investor and you want to buy houses at a deep discount, or if you're a retail buyer, you want to find your dream home, now it's starting to become a better time to get into real estate. But my prediction, which I stated in 2016, is that we're going to have one of the nastiest crashes in the real estate market ever. Now, the government, Big Brother, stopped that in the pandemic. They stopped the foreclosure. There was over 7 million people going in foreclosure, which was that thing that I talked about in 2016 that was coming. When you have 6-7 million people going in foreclosure, well, that is the real estate crash. But they closed down the government, they closed down the foreclosures, so nothing happened there. But they can't stop what's coming now, okay? You're having slowdown in the economy. You're having massive layoffs, whatever sector you're looking at. If you're looking at technology, if you're looking at farming, if you're looking at manufacturing, if you're looking at whatever, you're having massive layoffs happening in America, okay? You're having inflation, and now we're going to curb that with hyperinflation because inflation is just like a sea. It went up to the shore and came back. And now it's going to come with a vengeance. Why? Well, look around what's going on around the world. We're fighting multiple wars and multiple fronts. America's nose is in everyone's booty in all the parts of the world. We're telling people what to do, how to do it, when our own cities are deteriorating, when our own water system, like in Detroit, is deteriorating, when our own cities, homelessness is everywhere. We have drug pandemics, we have single mothers, we have all this crazy madness going on here. But we have money for wars for everyone else. You know, like what I said the other day is, you know, in Israel, they have free healthcare for their citizens. In America, we have no healthcare, but we're sending them money for them to drop bombs on other kids, right? On kids and women, even though that country has free healthcare for their own people. So think about that. You don't have healthcare. I don't get free healthcare. But guess what? Those guys do get it. They get it for free, right? And they get our money. So coming back to the real estate, I believe that the real estate is at the very end of the manipulation. They can only manipulate it so much more, just kind of like the stock market. We're in the middle of World War III, the stocks go up. We're in the middle of fuel being less and less, price goes down and down. So it's a reflection of the manipulation of the delusion of the markets, okay? But there's only so much magic you can do before the steam runs out, right? And I think that we're at the end of the magic tricks. You know, we're at the end of money printing. We're at the end of inflating the inflation, the rates up and down. We're at the end of all that tricky pony stuff, okay? We're at the end of stopping the foreclosures, and we're heading into, in my opinion, the deepest, darkest depression America's ever been to. They're just not televising it, okay? We're already at World War III. They're just not telling you about it. And we're in the deepest depression that no one's talking about. It could be like called a silent depression, okay? Because no one's really talking about it, talking about how good the economy is. But I can tell you, when I drive around, I am seeing more and more house inventories left and right, left and right. Now I can go down the street and see 2-3 houses on the same street for sale. It kind of reminds me back to 2006 fourth quarter before the housing bubble pop. I used to drive down, doing moves for my moving company, and there'll be multiple houses down the same street for sale. And that's when I knew that in 2006 fourth quarter, something is happening in the real estate market up in the future, which then we had the crash 5 months later, 6 months later, guys. And the same thing I see now. I'm driving, there's multiple houses on the same street for sale, just down the same street. And this is always a really good sign as for an investor, because it shows that there's more inventory coming to the market and houses are starting to sit for longer and longer and longer, okay? And as the people run out of their money, as the credit card companies take back their credit, people are going to rely on their homes as an ATM. When that thing runs out, or when their houses have now negative equity or marginal equity, and the prices start crashing down, then this is when they're going to be upside down. They're going to have be highly motivated, and that's where really subject to is going to shine, or seller financing is going to shine in the industry, because there's going to be tons of people that have beautiful homes, probably with low mortgage rates, but they have marginal equities or no equity because A, they use their home as an ATM, B, the house market is coming down, so C, they're stuck like Chuck and they just want to get out of it. Some of them will let it go to foreclosure. Other will want to save their credit, and they'll do strategies like seller financing or short sales or loan modification, or just try to sell traditionally. Some people will be able to sell traditionally, but I think that majority of people will not be able to sell traditionally because of so much inventory, what's going on around the world, what's going on with the actual people, and what's going on with the lending. Because the reason people own anything in America is because of lending. No one has money to buy anything. Your car, you financed it. Your house, you financed it. Your bicycle, you financed it. Your vacation, you financed it. So most people finance everything. So when there is no financing, then the whole system starts locking up. And this is the situation we're getting into, is because too many people are in debt. The banks are losing money left and right, from the car, repo part, all the way to homes. And so eventually they're going to freeze or contract the lending even more. And that's when you see all chaos break down, guys. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Are you seeing a lot of inventory in your part of the woods? I know real estate is, nationally, some states may see more, some states may see less, but I'm curious, are you seeing more inventory in your neck of the woods? Leave a comment below, please.